Okay, we're back here. I'm on recording, so. Okay, so we have, so D was normal, and then plot E.
Not normal.
Yeah, not normal. Too
Well,
curvy.
yeah, because it's bowing out.
Got some outliers out here and up here.
Then that one's not enough. F wouldn't be enough to be not normal. That's
Yeah,
normal.
I would say pretty normal,
It's
right?
just there.
So
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
E and F are a little tricky because the E does stay close to the line, but there is a lot of deviation, and you compare it to F. F has like a few little outliers at the top, but that's kind of it. Otherwise, it does pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. So
Does it say anything in the textbook, and I just can't remember, about the consistency, like if it's constant or not?
For what being constant?
As far as
The QQ plot?
exactly.
I mean, it just said, it didn't use the word constant, it just talked about normal or not normal,
Right.
and that it would follow a straight line. You know, it's a visual kind of thing. It's a way to visually see and then quickly determine if it's normal or not normal.
Because I could see that being tricky at some point, right? Because to what degree or at what point where's that fine line of where it goes from normal to not normal?
Yeah, and in the text, kind of right where you just were, Jacob, it says it says like, when assessing a QQ plot, you should be a little forgiving of the points on the two ends. If there are some points that are slight outliers, you do not need to worry very much about them.
Okay.
If there's not a curve, either up or down, or an S shape, then it will probably be normal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, cool. So, I think we are good here. Are we ready for the quiz?
Let's do it.
All right, if everyone gets get it pulled up.
Right. Guess we're ready for the quiz.
Ready as we'll be, right?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Oops, I clicked the wrong one. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we worked on this before. We are part of the group meeting.
Sorry, hold on.
They're good. Just let me know when you're pulled up.
I lost my screen, so I gotta load again. Okay, lesson 5 group meeting quiz. All right, thank you for waiting. Yes and yes, true and true. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna look here. We're just using a normal probability applet for question 3 here. So it says the total area under a normal distribution curve must equal, and that would be 1, right? Because it all is equal to the 1. Anybody against that? Then question 4 says, under certain circumstances, a normal distribution curve can drop below the x-axis. True or false? That's false, right? So it can touch the x-axis, or it can be above it, but not below it, right?
It kind of sits on the line, but like really close. But no, yeah.
Never below.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, she's starting to cry a little bit. My wife is finishing up, putting away some stuff.
No worries, man.
I don't mind that new baby cry. I love it.
Been there, done that, right?
Yeah.
So, question 5 is a normal distribution curve is symmetric. True or false?
True.
True.
Right. It's a bell. It's a nice U shape, right? Okay. Next question says use the following image to answer the next two questions. So we have A is the shaded area, B is the unshaded area, and C is this part down here. So it says question 6, which of the following elements of the figure represents the z-score? So that would be C, right, in the little box.
Yep, that would be C in the little box.
Perfect. And then question 7 says, which of the following elements of the figure represents the probability that the z-score will be greater than 1?
Greater than would be the B.
Yep, so B, that's the unshaded part, past the red line. Question 8 says, according to the 68, 95, 99.7% rule, what percentage of the data from a bell-shaped distribution will be within 1 standard deviation of the mean?
Well, that would be the 68, right?
Yeah, so that 68 is that first middle section of the graph. Okay. Question 9 says, suppose that z-scores come from a standard normal distribution. Use
Hold
the
on.
normal app. Oh, sorry.
So you just did 0.68, right?
No, it says write your answer as a percentage, such as 42, rather than a proportion, such as 0.42.
Sorry, I skipped ahead and just read the last part.
No problem.
So you put in 68%? Oh, no. Okay, sorry. Got it.
It says right as a regular number. So just 68.
Okay.
Okay, all good?
All good. Sorry. Thank you.
Nope, no problem. No, yeah, I want to make sure we're all on the same page. So then question 9. So suppose that z-scores come from a standard normal distribution. Use the normal probability applet to answer this question. What proportion of the z-scores will be between -1 and 1? And this one we're writing as a decimal with 3 places. So if we pull up our applet, we put in 1. And then we just want this middle, because it says in between those two, is 0.6827, right?
Which is the 68% rule kind of thing.
Yeah, basically. It says, right, give your answer as a decimal accurate to 3 decimal places. So we just want 3, so that would take it to 0.683. Right?
Yeah.
So then we're using the same thing here. And now we're changing it to 2 and -2. And it was in between those two, right?
Uh-huh.
So the probability between those two would be 0.955. We round to 3 decimal places.
So are we supposed to round, or are we supposed to just do just the 3 decimal places? Because it says accurate.
Okay, maybe we're not supposed to round. The example that they gave in question 9 is not helpful, because it says if it was 0.389184, it'd be 0.389.
Yeah,
if I was rounding to 3.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
The 6.83 and the 0.955, or
I mean, for sure.
I think we should just write the first 3 decimal places. So 0.682 and 0.954, I think. And then I can submit it really quick. And if it's wrong, we can change it. It'll take 2 seconds.
All right.
All right, and then now we're doing -3 and +3 for the next question. So that is 0.997. So yeah, this was the 68, 90, or 95, 99.7 rule. Basically, with 3 decimal places. All right, so moving on to question 12. It says, look carefully at your answers to the last 3 questions. What do you observe? There we go. I would put the first answer there, what the values match the 68, 95, 99.7 rule, right?
Yep.
Okay. So then we have, use the following information to answer the next 6 questions. The amount of protein that an individual must consume is different for every person. There are solid theoretical ideas that suggest that the protein requirement will be normally distributed in the population of the United States. The protein requirement is given in terms of the number of grams of good quality protein that must be consumed each day per kilogram body weight. So grams of protein times kilograms to the -1 times, I'm guessing that's density at -1. The population mean protein requirements for adults is 0.65 grams of protein per kilogram. I don't know how to read that, but so 0.65 grams, and the population standard deviation is 0.07 grams. Okay, so we have our mean and our standard deviation, so we're probably going to be solving for some x here. So question 13 says, what proportion of the population has a protein requirement that is less than 0.6 grams? So we're just going to plug it into our formula here. So if we do 0.6 minus our mean of 0.65 is equal to -0.05. And then we'll divide that by the standard deviation of 0.07 is equal to -0.714 for our z-score. And then we'll put that in our applet. Oops. And we want just what's less than that, right? That is less than 0.6. So our probability is 0.2376. Well, it only wants 3 decimals, so 0.237. All right.
0.327?
0.237.
237.
Yep.
Wait, how did you do that?
So I found this.
I got something
Go ahead.
else.
What'd you get?
Okay, what did you get for the z-score?
I got -0.714. Because I did the 0.6
Okay, that's what I got.
minus
So then you
0.65.
you put the z-score in there, right?
Yes, I put.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so you got 0.2376.
Yeah, is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But we'll just use 3, so we'll do 0.237. All right. So then what proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is more than 0.6? So then we'll just do 1 minus our previous answer of 0.237 to give us 0.763. Right? We click our other 2.
Okay.
This says 0.762, but we rounded, so it's going to be a little different. So, all right. And then question 15 What proportion of the population has a protein requirement that is less than 0.7 grams? So same thing that we did before. So 0.7 minus our 0.65 is the mean, gives us 0.05. And then we're going to divide that by 0.07. Oh, it's the same. It's just the positive end. So I got 0.714. So less than the 0.714 is 0.7624. Is that right?
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Check my math there. Make sure I didn't do that wrong.
Okay, so at the very beginning of this, remember it says, go to the very, very top of the test. And it says, you know, after we do the first two questions before number 3, when calculating anything, remember to round to 3 decimal places unless otherwise specified. Do not round your calculate until your calculation is complete. So that's where our calculation is going to be different because we're only off by 1 digit. You know what I mean?
Right. So how do we change that to make it right then?
Let's not change it. Let's keep where we're going.
Okay.
Okay, so
what I got, I mean, for this question 15, it's the z-score doesn't change. It's just the positive end. It's 0.714 positive. So then anything less than that would be the 0.762, right? Is that what you guys got?
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
wait, what'd you say? What was your area?
0.762. Because the z-score is 0.714, which is just the same as the other one, but positive.
Yeah. So really, just that 1 digit didn't make a difference.
No, because if it's 0.60 grams, you're going to subtract 65 from 60 gives you negative 5, and then 70 minus 65 is positive 5. So that's, you know, gives you the same thing. So that makes me want to change our answer in number 14 to be 0.762, because it's going to be greater than. Because if you look at, this and you just take off those two, that, and add this, 0.762. Okay.
Yeah, I think we should.
All right, well, we're almost done here. We got 3 more. So find the probability that a randomly selected person will have a protein requirement that is between 0.6 and 0.7. So that's easy, actually, because it's just this middle part. Because this red line on the left is the 0.6, and the red line on the right is 0.7. So it'd just be 0.524. Right?
How did you get that one?
So because we are just from the first calculation, we were finding this first blue shaded, which is the 0.2376, and then the second calculation was these two. So now it's saying what's in between those two would just be this, right?
Right.
So we don't even have to do any math. It's already set up. It's the 0.524, right?
Yes. Thank you.
So everybody else on the same page?
So we got 524 or 525.
Yeah. 524. We haven't been rounding. We've just been putting the first 3 decimals.
Okay.
Because if that's the same as doing, if we did the, well, I guess maybe that changes it. If you do 0.6 or 762 minus the 0.237 from the previous answers is 0.525. So that's a good question, Andrew. If I do the shading, it's 0.524. But if you do the subtraction between the 2 previous answers, then we get 0.525. I don't know what accurate to 3 decimal places means, if you round or not.
So we're going with 524 or 525.
I have 524.
I put 524.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I can submit it, and if any of those values are wrong, we get 2 attempts, so I can just go ahead and we can quickly fix it real quick. So
for 16, you got 524.
Yes.
0.524.
Yeah. Is that what you got, or what did you get?
Yeah, let me see here.
So then back on question 14, did you change it to 762 or is it still 763?
I changed that one to 762 to match question 15.
Okay. Because if it's 763, then that 524 is correct. But if it's 762, then it's not correct.
She should have been more, or the teacher, I don't remember what our teacher's name is. Should have been a little bit more clear on that. I have to look at it, but
I know it's confusing.
Well, let's just get through these last 2 real quick, and then I can, like I said, I'll submit it and we can go from there. So it says find the 35th percentile of the protein requirement for adults. So that's we want that wants the, not the Z-score, right?
No, that one we just put right in the area.
So we have a Z-score of negative. So that means we would need 35th. So we would not want that one to go like this. So our Z-score is negative 0.454. We put that into our formula of x equals z times 0 plus u. So what was 0 again? Our standard deviation was...
Well, wait, can't we just put the 35% straight in the applet?
What I'm wondering is question 17 asking for Z-score or for the amount of protein, X?
For the protein.
Because if it's asking for the protein, you
Which
put
means
the 0.3. Yeah, we have to solve for X.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So our Z-score is negative 0.454, and we multiply that by the standard deviation of 0.07.
How'd you get that
To
Z
get-
score?
Well, I just put it in the applet here.
You put in 35% in the applet
Yeah, in the area.
in the area, and then what's
Or wait, no, I did that wrong. There we go.
so then
Sorry,
so then
I
you
had
have
it was
0.385.
selected for the middle. I need
Okay,
it's
yeah,
0.385. Is that what you have?
yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Negative 0.385,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, times 0.07 gives us 0.02695, but then we're gonna add the mean of, what was the mean again? Oh, 0.65, right?
Yeah.
It's 0.623. That's what I got. Is that what you got?
$623, yeah.
Cool. And then one last one.
And y'all are
for the 80th.
And y'all are rounding it up because it says round your answers to the three decimal places. So is that rounded or?
Yeah.
That's my rounded answer because it was
Okay.
0.62305. So that's
Okay.
rounded to 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then now we'll select both of those and do 0.8 in the applet to give us a z-score of 0.842. And then we'll do the same thing. So time, oops. It's 0.842 times 0.07 is 0.05894. And add 0.65 is 0.709 is the rounded answer.
Okay.
So you got, Pam?
709.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go and submit it here. Okay, we got 18 out of 20 with my answers that I had. So we missed question 9 and 10. We have 0.682 and 0.954.
Okay, so for 9, put 683.
Yeah, one sec. I'm gonna have to get you the answers again so I can.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Don't do anything. Let me switch those for me, and
Yes,
then
that's fine.
and then let me hit enter. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording because at this point we're just